The thing that really gets Trump stuck is that, and I've been saying this since 2016, he's not pro-life. Like
No,
Donald
no.
Trump, if you put him to a lie detector, he does not give a shit about abortion. He claims to be pro-life because he wants to be the champion of the Republican Party, and the Republican Party is pro-life. That's why he, like, when he says it, he's like, I don't get it, guys. I was told that everyone wanted this. I was told that we're supposed to want pro-life. We're supposed to want Roe v. Wade to end. And what he never got was they don't. Republicans didn't actually want Roe v. Wade to end. They just wanted to complain about it. And he did it. And when he did it, that everyone was like, dude, what the fuck? Don't do that. We're fucked now. And that's why he's like, guys, I really don't think it's going to be that big an issue. Even though it clearly fucking is. It was in 2022. It's going to be again in 2024. He just kind of has to keep believing the lie to have a chance, because he can't now go back and be like, no, guys, I've been pro-choice this whole time. He can't do that. But he also is, as you said, EK, he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. There's no way out of this corner he's painted himself into. And I think that kind of explains why he never really gives very clear answers on this topic, because he's never personally been pro-life. We all know he's paid for multiple abortions in his life. I would bet my life savings that he has paid for at least 3 abortions in his life, and I think that's really hitting the under pretty darn hard. What do you think, TJ?
Yeah, I always say that Trump has absolutely paid for multiple abortions in his life, and from the way he acts, he wishes he paid for a few more, if you know what I'm saying. That's kind of how Donald Trump is on this. But John, that is such a great point. Donald Trump has never been pro-life. If you guys remember when he ran for president the first time, back in 2015 or 2016, he was doing an interview, I think it was with Joe Scarborough, Amika Brzezinski, and they were asking him about his pro-life bona fides. And they said, so you think that abortion should be, you're pro-life, abortion should be illegal. He said, well, in most cases, outside of the exceptions, rape, incest, life of the mother and everything. And they said, so you think you should punish the abortion docs? Well, absolutely. Do you think the women who get abortions should be punished as well? And this has always been an interesting subject to me for years now, because if you talk to most Republicans, most of them, actually, it's gotten crazier now, but for usually the vast majority of Republicans will say, no, these women are victims. These women are, manipulated by these bloodthirsty abortion doctors, and, they're let down by society. So we shouldn't punish the women, because they know how cruel that sounds. Now, Donald Trump, who came over for, family game night and didn't know the rules of the game, and everyone just kind of told him what it is. He's just still figuring this shit out. He's just doing things that make sense in his head. And he says, well, yeah, of course, if we're against abortion and we're saying that abortion doctor is a murderer, you're saying the mother is a hitman. So of course you punish the mother. And the next fucking day, he came out saying, oh no, I don't actually want to punish the mother. So yeah, Trump is just trying to figure this shit out. And that's why he keeps saying this. Well, look, everyone told me that they wanted it back to the States when nobody really does. He's just listening to the wrong people on this. And what I write down here, I can't read what I wrote there, but I don't know. The abortion thing is, that's more liberal. That's what I wrote. He says later in that interview somewhere, because you see, well, my favorite part of that is when he's talking about all the conservative states that voted for abortion. He's like, well, I saw what happened in Kansas and Kentucky and in Iowa, and I'm thinking in Florida the result's going to be pretty liberal as well. So Trump sees what's happening. He knows what's going on. He can deny that. He just knows, he's, like you said, he's in an unenviable position here. He can't win either way.